Oh, it's so cool. Now we can all see what's under the sea. Oh, that's amazing. Well, you know what? The festive season is only a few months away, which means we have to get our financial matters in order. Fortunately, we've got our expert in the house, and he's got some solid advice as to how we can make sure we have a fruitful and fun festive season.
All right, well, it's time to talk some finance on your Feel Good Breakfast Show this morning. Now, earlier this year, for one of our weekly finance segments, we touched on the importance of a personal budget. And with the end of the year coming and holidays to save for, we thought it's important to revisit that topic. So today we are going to be talking about budgets and getting our budget in order with Certified Financial Planner Grant Fund Sale so that hopefully we can afford to buy Mom that very extra special present for Christmas. Grant, nice to see you, my friend.
Right. Yeah, so good to be back, as always.
Oh, I can't believe at the end of the year almost, we're gearing up, we're trying to plan our holidays, Christmas gifts, you know, we don't want to leave it till last minute, but this is where budget comes in, you know. So I think it goes without saying that having a budget this time of year is pretty important.
Yeah, full on. I mean, I always like using analogies, and a budget's like a blueprint for building a house. I mean, if you don't have the blueprint, you're not going to get the foundation right, and that house is going to come crumbling down. So the same thing with the budget. If you don't have the budget, you don't have a proper blueprint for your finances, and most of the time you won't then have a good foundation, and your finances will probably come crumbling down as well.
Exactly. Well, that blueprint, of course, can be, you know, put together with just a little bit of planning, and that's why you are here to help us out. But on this topic, I mean, do you find that a lot of people have actually got existing budgets in place, especially going into the end of the year?
Yeah, you know, it's a really good question, because you would expect a lot more people, or I would expect a lot more people to have budgets in place, but at least 70% of people we deal with don't have budgets in place. They have a good idea of more or less what's going on in their head from a financial perspective, but there's no formalized budget at all, no.
Yeah, I mean, this is very interesting. I mean, why is this? Why aren't people actually spending time? Because I think I'm talking for myself as well, because let's be honest, it's hard. If you think about family, bringing all those different factors involved, you know, to put down a proper budget, it is hard. Is that maybe one of the reasons?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. It's one of the things I think is people are just intimidated. One of the other reasons is maybe people are just in denial. They don't want to know what the outcome really is, you know, because that's a real serious factor, you know. It's in today's consumer sort of society, it's easy to live on credit. So therefore, if we do run a little bit short this month, we can obviously just use the credit card as a backup. So I think it really just boils down to people are just from a financial literacy point of view, don't really trend to go budget-wise or anything along those lines, you know?
So what would be one of your tips when you think about setting up a budget? I mean, what is pretty much the first step that you'll take?
Well, I think the first thing that we need to realize with the budget is it's a tool that's there to aid you. So enable you to make sound financial decisions, not disable you. And that will help with the first thing. It's like going to gym. I mean, you love your gym. If you rock up at gym and you have no clue what to do, and you don't have a goal, then obviously you're not going to know where to get started. So it's the same thing with the budget. The first step is to understand that this is a reference point to help you with your finances and not to disable you from going out there and spending your hard-earned money at the end of the day.
All right, well, we're going to unpack that a little bit later on this morning. Stick around, Grant's going to be here for the rest of it, but he'll be helping you sort out your budgets just before the end of the year.